We're live. Hold on.
Oh.
It's National Procrastinators Day. Yes, we are wonderful procrastinators, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So, thank you so much for tuning in to CGE Q&A Wednesdays Live. I am Divyne Bunch, a holistic relationship health and wellness coach, and this is the glorious Divyne.
Hi.
Yes, Divyne Bunch. Now, Divyne, I'm gonna have you stand over here because we have this like little glare thing that's going on over here. So we're gonna stand over here because I want you to be able to see her. Now, I was going to do the meal prep for today, right? But it is Procrastinators Week, right? So I didn't quite get it done. But thankfully, my dear Divyne here, she took care of all of the meal prep for me. Don't you wish you had one of her? She's mine. So I'm going to let her kind of share with you some of the wonderful things that she's made for this week for our entire family. Not just her, but for our entire family. First, I'm going to share this drink that she made. You want to share what you put in this drink? Because it's good. It's very good. Yeah.
Okay. So this was entirely guesswork, but I know that there's like a lot of health benefits to it. So I put in cucumbers because it's a very watery food, so it would make it liquidy enough. Then I put in lemon for the cleansing factor, and then I put in pineapple to throw off the lemon and sweeten it up.
Well, it's good. It's good. Okay, so now we're going to get into some of the other things that she's made. You want to tell them, first of all, this right here, this is absolutely delicious. She's going to tell you what it is, but it's absolutely delicious. My son did not have a lunch to take, and he does not like making his own lunch. I don't know if it's procrastination, if it's just straight laziness. I don't know what it is, but he does not like to make his own lunch. But she had already made this, so all he had to do was just, pop in a tortilla, and he had a wonderful little taco here. All right, share what this is. How you do it.
So it's a salmon salad, and I put in salmon. I don't remember what I put in it. Hold on.
Oh yeah, she's got the whole thing written out, y'all. So when you're doing meal prepping, some of the things that you want to make sure that you do to make meal prepping a lot easier is to write out the days. Maybe you have a calendar, maybe you have something like this. You want to show them that?
Well, I can start with it.
Okay. So maybe you can have a calendar and it has the days of the week, right? For some people, meal prepping is a lot easier if they just do it 3 days at a time. For other people, it's much easier if they do it for the full week, like what Divyne did. She made a meal plan. Let me see if we can kind of show it to you so it's not so bright. You can see that. So she made a meal plan for the whole week. You see that?
So each of these bars is a different day of the week. It says it for you, and then I just sectioned it off 1, 2, 3, so the meals are numbered for every day.
Bright and shiny.
I got this from Barnes & Noble, $5, by the way.
Barnes & Noble. Shout out to Barnes & Noble.
And then on this one, I wrote down which day it is, and then I wrote down 1, 2, 3, so they know which meal I'm talking about.
Yeah, because we're a little simple with that. Sometimes we don't know.
And then they can see what's in each meal, just in case I forgot an allergy, then they can protect themselves.
And that's huge, because in our house, we deal with a lot of allergies in our house. So that, if you deal with allergies, if everything is just pinpointed what's in there, it makes it so much simpler. Now, she wrote everything down. But if you're not that type to write everything down, or you're finding your recipe, say, on Pinterest or in an ebook that you had or whatever, copy and paste that and put it in there. Make your life easy, okay? Copy and paste and put it in there, 1, 2, 3, what's in it. This way they know you can have this, you can't have that. All right, what else?
So at the salmon, I have salmon, celery, mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, pepper, and then I said I made quinoa and I put it in a separate container and said that they could add that to it just to give it more filling properties if they want.
Okay, and she makes big batches of it. Right now, you don't see the whole big batch because we did kind of devour it a little bit. But we have a crock pot here, so she makes food in the crock pot. She'll make food in the Instant Pot. I'm a big proponent for gadgets. I find that when you have these gadgets in your home, a lot of people don't use them. Use them. I have a friend who shall remain nameless But she has an Instant Pot that is still sitting in its box, okay, in her basement. Take your Instant Pots out, people. They are a work of art. They will help you in your daily life. You will wonder how you got through life without them. All right, I'm sorry. Continue. So we did the quinoa. We have the salmon salad. What's in here?
I don't know.
She said she don't know. She doesn't want to put it in there. Okay, right here.
Oh, this one is the chicken.
Smells so good, y'all.
Chicken, although I grew up kind of hating it, I like it better now because I like sauces. So I just pair it with a good sauce and I'm fine.
Yes.
So with the chicken, you can do a lot of different things with it. It's super versatile, especially if you leave it uncooked. Now, for me, I knew for the whole week that the chicken that I wanted to make would all pretty much be in nugget sizes. So I just chopped it up long ways and then I diced it short ways. And then we decided we were going to make like orange chicken. We were going to do teriyaki chicken, quesadillas, and then little bowls as well.
Mm-hmm. And that's true. Like even if you have chicken that you just saute it up in a pan, right? Just put maybe a little salt, a little pepper on it, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a variety of different sauces. So I think this one you said you wanted to make it like an orange chicken.
Yeah.
So we made it like an orange chicken, but she wasn't here and we didn't know where the orange sauce was. So I just mixed up, I just mixed up some barbecue sauce and some mayonnaise, mixed that up and put it over it. Well, it was like a kind of Chipotle mayonnaise. You know, I can't just go straight mayonnaise. But anyway, it was it was so good. Even my son ate it, and it did have a little kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
But even he ate it. So you can cook up chicken in a variety of ways and just have different sauces, so your family will never know it's the same chicken night after night after night.
Right.
Okay, very good. I like that.
And for the quesadillas, you can take the nuggets that you already had and blend them up to make it almost like a barbecue.
Mm.
And yeah, it'll be shredded chicken.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so like maybe put it in a chopper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Not like to the point where it's liquid, but shredded chicken.
got you. Okay. So now, what is this?
This I actually just made this morning. It did not even take a full minute to make it. I put in, first I just dumped in some frozen blueberries and then I juiced a lime, one whole lime, but it was like a baby one. And then I added in the water and then that mixes it up. And you let it sit for 5 minutes and everything is marinated together. And yeah.
Nice.
It's really good.
So instead of
really good.
so instead of people in my family, Kool-Aid, y'all.
It literally tastes like Kool-Aid though, because Kool-Aid is just watered down flavor. It actually tastes more flavorful than Kool-Aid.
And it doesn't have any sugar in it. No sugar. So this is good for you. And blueberries, that's good brain food. So if you're dealing with, memory issues, anything like that.
Doesn't it also boost your metabolism?
I don't know. Doesn't it?
I thought that they did. They're high in antioxidants, but I'm pretty sure that they boost your metabolism.
Okay. So then the next thing now, let's show them. I know I'm not on camera here, but I'm going to show them. Can you move that up there for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So this, we're going to move some of this stuff out the way. I'll move my drink.
This I refused to use for the longest time just because I didn't want to clean it. But I cleaned it for the first time today and I didn't hate it. The only thing I didn't like was the strainer. But if you have like the little spray thing in your sink, it's not that bad.
So what this thingy is an actual juicer.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the little Jack LaLanne juicers. You don't know anything about Jack. No, y'all don't know nothing about Jack LaLanne. I'm probably dating myself here. But anyway, Jack LaLanne juicer. And I love this because, this is what kind of, you put the fruit or vegetable in here, and then you just squish it down, and it comes straight down. All the rind and stuff comes down this way. You put a little cup right here, and boom, you have yourself some juice. Love this because if you are an apple juice drinker, you like orange juice, pear juice, whatever type of juice you like, it is much better for you to have it coming out of here because you know what's in it.
And it does really taste better. Like, I love juice. I will easily spend $30 alone just on juice for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I buy the cheap juice.
So that's sugar, and more sugar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So even the more expensive juices, I felt like this was still better. juice.
Mhm.
So, but remember to put the cup in before you do anything else, because I didn't know how quickly the juice comes out. Like it's almost instant. So put the cup there first before you do anything else with this machine.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, and make sure this is in place. Don't ask me. Just do
Because
that.
that's an even bigger mess than
Yes.
forgetting about the juice.
Yes, it is. And so I don't know if you do this, but whenever I'm making apple juice or anything dealing with an apple or a peach or any of that stuff, everything that comes out in here is the excess. So everything other than the juice is what comes out in here. And I'll use that to flavor my ice cream. Have you tried that?
No, I have a texture problem, so I can't get over that. But I'm pretty sure that I've had it.
Yes, you
And
have.
she's never made an ice cream that I didn't like, except for the one with almonds in it. I don't like almonds. But sorry, it's a struggle.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, so we're gonna move this out of the way. This is our juicer. By the way, I found this at a consignment shop. Okay, a consignment shop. The thing was still brand new. I got this and my blender for $35 total. Don't discount those consignment shops.
I love them.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, I forgot about this. Okay. What is it?
This was another thing that I kind of made off the top of my head and prayed for the best. So I liked them better fresh, but everyone else in my family still likes them.
We love it.
So it was a 3-ingredient cookie. I made them about this size, but you can make them a lot bigger, obviously. It was
Chocolate.
Yeah, it was oatmeal, mashed up bananas. It's better if they're ripe, almost to the point where they're black. And then
Chocolate.
Yeah. So those are the 3 ingredients: oatmeal, ripe bananas, and chocolate. And then I put the oven, I want to say 400.
400.
It was either 400 or 425.
Mm-hmm.
And then I left them in there just until they looked like they were about to burn. I don't really know how long.
Because that's how we cook in this house. Okay? When it looks like it's about to burn, that might be ready.
I always forget to set timers, so that's it.
Don't mind that in the background.
Yeah, I think my dad's home. So.
All right. Now, tell them about the soup. Now, all of this stuff she made in one evening, okay? This stuff does not take long, especially if you have gadgets. Especially if you have gadgets. You can have one thing going in a crock pot. We have a large crock pot and a small crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
So she had the soup going in the large crock pot, the rice going in the smaller crock pot. We have an instant pot. I mean, we do have gadgets here. But if you don't have all those gadgets, there are easy ways to make your meals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
So the way that I figured out, first of all, how I was going to do all of this, I went to the store, kind of picked out some things that I saw in a lot of different Pinterest recipes, and just whatever I saw the majority of was what I bought. So for the soup, I put in beets, garlic, coconut milk, onions, mushrooms, celery, lime juice.
You have to say hi if you're going to be like eavesdropping.
So, yeah.
This is the other half of Dynamic Duo here.
We were talking about everything that we
Oh,
did.
the stuff. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, the soup that is in there?
Yes.
The soup is good, y'all. It really is.
All right, let us finish. Go ahead.
I came home with mom.
Okay.
I don't know if I said mushrooms, but that's in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, kind of came up with it off the top of my head.
But the ingredients that you used, all of them are medicinal. You know, beets are great for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Onions are great because they're natural antibiotic along with the garlic. The
Mm-hmm.
coconut milk that's high in omega-3s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, everything that you put in here, lime, that's a natural cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you put in there is medicinal. So you're not just having a soup. When you're doing meal prep, you don't just want to prep junk. You know, you want to prep stuff that's actually going to be beneficial for you and your family. So kudos to that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I figure as long as it's a fruit or a vegetable, I can't go wrong. I just need something in it that's either sweet or savory. Those are my only two things. And the chicken broth, oh yeah, I made it in chicken broth instead of water.
Why?
So because I just like the flavoring better.
It does flavor better. And also, chicken broth is medicinal. Even if you can do it in, say, a bone broth, that'll be even better.
Mm-hmm. So the chicken broth and the coconut milk that I put in there together made it a really savory soup. And I think that the mushrooms added to that flavor, and everything else just kind of helped make it more filling.
Mm-hmm. One tip that I would give when you're doing meal prep, when you bring your groceries home, don't just go stick them in the refrigerator. You take those groceries home and you take out your onions, you take out your garlic, all of the stuff that you can chop up beforehand. If you know you're making a soup, chop up those carrots, chop up all of the items that you would normally chop up as you're doing it. Because when you do it that way, it makes meal prep so much less daunting, and you'll get through it a lot more quickly. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. I'm just going to ask. In my opinion, I would put them in different containers and not something like this, because then they're all going to kind of take on each other's flavors, and then when you cook it, the flavor might not be as bad.
High five on that one. That was a good tip. That was a tip for me too. Yeah,
that was only because I mixed onion and something else.
Oniony.
Yeah, I went to go use. Oh, it was the parsnips. I went to go use the parsnips
for something else.
Yeah, and I didn't want that oniony flavor. That's what it had.
Right. And you just brought up a good point too, because when you are chopping up the onions, you're chopping up the carrots, parsnips, whatever, you can use those same ingredients for quite a few dishes. You don't have to just put them all in one dish. And when you're shopping, you want to make your list of what you are going to make for the entire week. So this way you're saving yourself money at the grocery store. You're saving yourself time when you come home, because when you make those recipes are going to have very similar ingredients, but just have a different taste for each meal, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So we are procrastinators, and we admit that.
Definitely.
Yeah, but we find a way to make our procrastination work.
Yeah, we do.
So I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in and watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Clean Good Eats. That's us on YouTube. If you're not on our social media pages, you need to be on our social media pages. So on Facebook, we are Clean Good Eats with Sakina B. On Instagram, Clean Good Eats, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I gotta ask her, because I don't know. Yeah, on Instagram, Clean Good Eats. On LinkedIn, Divyne Bunch. But we are pretty much everywhere, even Twitter. Clean Good Eats on Twitter as well. So please subscribe, like, follow, all the above.
Yeah.
Did I handle everything?
Yes.
Okay, well, good. This segment of CGE Q&A Wednesdays Live has been brought to you by Military Wife Matters. If you are not listening to this podcast, you need to be listening to this podcast. We delve into things that not only concern military wives, but just wives across the nation. So definitely tune in. We are on Anchor FM. All right, anything else you think we need to tell them? Oh, before we forget, our website at the moment is under construction, but it is under construction for some great things that are coming out. We are coming out with a membership. Do you hear me? Memberships. Whoa!
Discounts.
Yes, and in these memberships, we have discounts for all of our events that are coming up, for classes that are going to be coming up. In fact, in the membership, you get free classes. That's right. You get free classes. Not all of the classes, of course, but we have members-only classes that are specifically for you. What else do we have coming up? Wait.
Do you have any summits or anything coming up that I don't know about?
The one in July. That's right. So July in Dallas. That's right. AT&T Stadium. We'll be talking there. There's some other. Oh, and I'll also be in Baltimore on June 6th and Louisville on June 11th. And we're going to be talking about sugar detoxing. That's important information. What else?
That's the only reason that I eat all of this stuff now, is because I did the detox.
That sugar detox is something else. If you have never gone on a sugar detox, if you feel that you could never go on a sugar detox, I guarantee you, when you go on this sugar detox, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, where has this been all my life?
Even after the detox, I'm still kind of sticking to some of it, because I felt like it was good. I liked the fact that there was more food that I was told I could eat, rather than don't eat this. So that's what made it do it.
That's right, because when you focus on all the stuff that you can't eat, I mean, who wants to do that?
You're miserable.
Not only are you miserable, but everybody else around you is miserable too. So yeah, That's what we do in Sugar Detox. We focus on the cans and not the cannots.
Right.
Well, that was good, right? Thank you very much. And back to the membership.
Oh yeah.
There was one other thing that I wanted to share about these memberships. I can't think of what it is right now. Well, that's okay. I'll be posting them real soon, and you can tune in and embrace all the lotions.
Oh, I didn't know about the lotions.
See, that's so much of a top secret that she doesn't even know about the lotions. But that's okay, because I will put that out when I put the rest of the information about the memberships out. So thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Same time, same bat channel.
Yes.
All right. Bye. Bye.